Hey guys, Crew of Blonde Wave. I'm Eric.
I'm Shane.
And we're going to continue with our honest trailer reaction thing. We're doing a bunch. This time, Shane, we're doing Forrest Gump.
Movie dear to my heart.
Yeah, near and dear definitely to our heart. Just because, I remember watching this at least every 2 to 3 years of my life, and I still, still appreciate it.
When I was younger, living in my parents' house, I had like 10 movies on my VCR, and I actually got a TV in my room. I watched that and Home Alone 2 like every day.
Now, didn't Forrest Gump VCR have 2 tapes?
It did.
Because I remember a big thick.
Well, no shit. No, I'm pretty sure it was just one tape actually.
I for some reason I have it in my head. Maybe I had a special feature thing or something.
Maybe.
But I remember having a Forrest Gump case that had room for 2 tapes.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Might be thinking Titanic.
Yeah.
Interesting. When it first came out, I think it was didn't generate a lot of money at the very first, if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
It wasn't a big office hit.
I can't remember.
And it wasn't a critical darling as it is now. It was positively received. But it wasn't.
I just think it's insanely watchable, and it's one of those movies that I don't have to watch the whole thing. I could be, hanging out at somebody's house, flipping through the channels, and I'm in the Vietnam sequence, and I just watch. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's just go ahead and watch this honest trailer, because I'm curious to see what, because some people have shit on Forrest Gump, just because it's insanely, he's met everyone, ever.
Well, of course.
But there's a lot of magic in this movie, too.
Yeah.
And I hope that the guys at Screen Junkies or the honest trailer guys kind of appreciate that a little bit, too. Let's see.
Make it big.
From Robert Zemeckis,
Zemeckis.
Back to the Future.
Favorite movies
Dipshit.
and lots of creepy animation, comes the 20th anniversary of the film that spawned 1,000 folksy catchphrases.
Life was like a box of
The
chocolates.
soundtrack
And
one,
one
right?
really disgusting seafood restaurant.
It's got an amazing
Forrest
soundtrack.
Gump.
Yep.
Relive the heartwarming
That's
tale
one shot,
of
isn't it?
Forrest, a simpleton who bombards complete strangers with his entire life story.
I've worn lots of shoes.
And Jenny, a suicidal junkie hobo, experience the epic love
Fuck them
story
lemon.
between this damaged woman and the mentally challenged war hero she manipulates, whether it's
Yep.
sending mixed messages,
I'll always be your girl.
Why don't you stay away from me, okay? You just stay away from me, please.
hitting it and quitting it, or hiding his own child from him for 5 years until she has full-blown AIDS and has nowhere else to go.
Jenny came back and stayed with me. Maybe
That's so
because
sad.
she had
Yeah.
nowhere else to go.
Together, their one-sided relationship will serve as cliff notes to 40 years of whitewashed American history, utilizing brilliant visual effects and terrible overdubbing.
Congratulations. How do you feel? Oh, that must be a sight.
That looks bad. No.
It's easy if you try, Dick.
Witness Forrest become a star college football player, win the Medal of Honor, play world-class ping pong in communist China,
This year I
start
can't play
cross-country
ping pong no
running,
more?
and build a multi-million-dollar seafood empire, yet still never get recognized.
Are you telling me you're the owner of the Bubba Gump Shrimp Corporation?
Yes, not even by the news.
Forrest Gump, the gardener from Greenville, Alabama, is about to cross the Mississippi.
What was
Yeah.
before?
Yeah,
He owned,
Follow along
isn't it?
with the
No, I don't think so.
cliches that
I don't
help
know.
Forrest along his way, like the strong-willed single mother, the dumb southerner, and the Vietnam vet with a chip on his shoulder, who teaches all that you can succeed if you're dumb enough to blindly do whatever other people tell you to do.
That was funny, though.
Just run.
Okay.
How would you like to go into the shrimping business with me?
Okay.
You're a good man. Doing it. Do it.
Gotta try on my sea legs. Okay.
So lace up your Nikes and pop open a Dr. Pepper to revisit all the classic Gump stuff like feathers, shrimp,
Shrimp soup, shrimp stew,
That was
shrimp
fun.
salad.
dead celebrities,
Somebody shot him. Somebody shot that nice young president. Somebody shot his little brother, too.
boxes of chocolate,
I ate some.
Jenny, Lieutenant Dan,
Ice cream.
Lieutenant Dan with legs, Lieutenant Dan without legs,
You ain't got no legs.
New legs.
things Mama said.
Mama said they'd take me anywhere.
This
I
moment you
was
probably
running.
didn't understand as a kid.
Oh.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I never understood that when I was a kid. That part? Yeah, when I was a kid.
Lots.
When's the last time you watched
I
it?
never got it. When I was a kid. Oh, I didn't get it. Shit, I got it 3 times. I love that part! I think it's my fat boy went on a run when I was a kid.
He didn't
Run very far though. Yeah, that's not a good movie. I was running. I mean, that's a theme though. That's not.
Story.
Why not making fun of it?
Claire Underwood, Bubba Booey, Sally Field now, Gary's niece, I See Dumb People, and Usain Don't. Forrest
funny.
Gump.
If you're ever a shrimp boat captain, that's the day I'm an astronaut.
And Lieutenant Dan kept his word. The end.
That's
Be
funny.
sure to subscribe.
Yeah, all right, that was a good little. I mean, you could tell.
They don't have any terrible things to say.
Yeah,
about
they're
it.
really just trying to get some laughs out of you,
Yeah.
really. No, the themes of running. I mean, running's not. It's not like, well, who's a lot of running in this movie? It's like, well, shit, that's the point. You know?
Yeah.
And whenever you say stuff like, well, this guy just kind of did what everybody said, you know, well, shit, that's the point.
Yeah.
You know, the guy just, you know, you don't need to be the smartest man in the world to make a difference, right? And it's just
Yeah.
about, it's just about, you keep running,
Yeah.
regardless.
And you see Jenny is running from place to place trying to find happiness, and she can't.
Of course, and I mean,
I've always hated Jenny.
no, I haven't, because you can't. I mean, that scene, it's a beautiful scene, but when she's running away from her dad in the cornfield.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
And, you know, I mean, you could. That's what it all stems from. It stems
Yeah, but I
from
know people like
childhood
that. They
abuse.
grew up and they didn't.
Okay, but
become
but
whores.
there's also people out there that they grow up, they do that, and you know, they make very bad decisions. You know, and it's. You can't necessarily blame somebody for their own upbringing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't blame her for upbringing.
You know, I think people are they're a product of. I mean, sure, certainly nature, but also nurturing too.
I agree.
You know, and I wouldn't call her a whore though. I mean, no, she was a whore, not by profession.
Well, no.
If they didn't have that one scene of her just shooting up and almost jumping off the hotel balcony or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, that was, I don't know how I feel about the character, you know, but the idea is that regardless of who she is as a person, her seeing herself through Forrest's eyes is what actually stops her from doing all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
'cause yeah.
You know,
Very well put.
she was always perfect in his eyes, and she could never live up to that because of everything that she had been put through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But waiting so long to tell him that he had a kid, that's kind of like, well, I saw him on the news. You know?
Yeah.
That is kind of shitty. And then she had full-blown AIDS.
Yep.
Yeah. And then died, and he buried her under their tree. It was our tree. What'd you say at the end? You're just so smart. You know, that kind of stuff. That stuff got to me.
Yeah. Awesome.
I kind of want to watch Forrest Gump again now.
I know. I do too.
Yeah, so, well, thank you, Screen Junkies, for making me want to watch that movie again for like it had to be at least like the 20th time I've seen it.
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
if I haven't seen it 19 times.
more for me. I feel like.
Yeah, I like to think that I've watched it more than that, but I don't want to overestimate. Anyway, that was the honest trailer reaction of Forrest Gump. If you guys like this, make sure you put down in the comments below what you'd like to have us react to next. I'm Eric.
I'm Shane.
We'll see you guys next time.